Welcome to Grounds for Discussion
and Title Talk,
where we bring together closing, processing, real estate,
and coffee, of course.
Whether you're a buyer, seller, agent, or fellow industry professional, join us as we unpack the processes that make real estate deals happen. Hi, I'm Jennifer.
And I'm Barbie.
And today we have the knowledgeable and innovative Brett and Jason.
Thank you so much for joining us. We're so excited to have you.
Glad to be here.
Heintz and Nunn Real Estate Group?
Heintz and Nunn Group, yep.
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Tell us a little bit about Brett first.
Well, Brett's in his 12th year in the business. In my past life, I was an exec for O'Reilly Auto Parts and was there 32 years.
Wow.
But my wife and I bought and sold real estate all our adult lives. And it just seemed natural to get in the real estate business. And so I've been doing that pretty successfully.
This is his retirement career. It just turned into a full-time job.
Yeah, there you go.
It was really easy until I met him.
Now he's cracking the whip.
Yes.
Got it.
He's like, let's go.
And Jason, tell us a little bit about you.
So I've been doing real estate for 4 years. Before I was in real estate, I worked at the Galois Theater downtown. So I went to school for music business management stuff. So that was kind of my life before this. But Brett was my real estate agent, actually.
Okay.
So that's how we met.
Really? That's cool.
Yep, and he helped direct me to Murney and kind of got me started. So
How long have you been an agent?
4 years.
4 years, okay.
He saw what I did and he thought if he could do it, I can.
And another little secret, Jason is quite the musician and plays in a band. What's your band?
I have played in some bands over the years.
So, but what's the most popular band that I feel like everybody has seen?
Currently play in the mixtapes.
Mixtapes.
Yeah.
Currently?
So currently.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
But I'm having a baby and I won't be doing that a whole lot longer. So
Congratulations.
yeah, thank you.
So excited.
Yes.
Due July?
June. Early June.
Early June. So
Yeah.
excited for them.
So exciting. What did you bring us to drink today? We've got two different things today since we have two different guests. So Brett brought us what?
Kingdom Coffee Black.
Black Kingdom Coffee. And Jason?
I have an Earl Grey tea from Kingdom.
All right, we're going to try it all at the same time. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right.
Cheers.
Cheers.
I promise I have not drank any of this
cheers.
yet.
Black Kingdom Coffee.
I'm having tea with Jason. That's good.
It's good stuff.
That's
Good
black.
stuff.
A little afternoon pick-me-up.
I like the tea. I could use a little honey in it. Do you ever put honey in your tea?
No, I'm not a sweet tea person.
Okay.
No, I like it bitter.
You like it bitter?
I like it bitter.
Do you like yours bitter?
Yeah.
Do you like this? You love this.
I love this,
okay.
yeah.
So,
All right.
No sugar, no
No,
cream.
yeah.
Just straight up.
so
Yeah.
if we'll notice, bitter, sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can probably tell just by looking.
So I have all the questions. So honestly, I have to be honest. So when we started this podcast, one of the first names that came to my mind were the both of you. Just because I feel like the knowledge and the youth with it's like the cutting edge of you and the knowledge of Brett kind of
I'm
coming
not the
together.
youth.
Let's just be honest with each
She
other.
walked right into that. didn't
We
she?
know we're not young.
Well, I thought you were.
But it does feel like almost my favorite word, juxtaposition in knowledge and innovation.
Innovation,
I
yes.
completely agree with you. So for you guys to partner up seems like a really cool team. So
So our
agree.
question is, how does that work for the both of you? How do you make that being of different ideas and aspects and experiences? How do you make that work with each other?
We're tolerant of each other in our ways.
Patient.
Jason of mine and mine of his. Definitely different personalities, but we became friends after, after the real estate transaction, and met his family and became friends with them as well. But Jason has always shared my beliefs and the way I go to market and honesty, integrity, all of those things. And so we have a lot of qualities that are very similar in beliefs, and so we're very aligned as it comes to that. He has an outstanding appreciation of architecture, which you will elaborate on. as I do as well, but nothing like this guy. But he brings to the table more progressive marketing, things like that. And I think I bring a real good core business type of ethics and culture and principles from my experience in the business world as well as in the real estate world.
I think that's awesome.
Yeah.
So, and what Brett had said with Jason, he is I feel like one of the most knowledgeable men that I've ever met that knows about architecture. And that is like his
It's a passion, you can tell
Yes.
when you start talking about it, you light up, similar to like when you see a cat. But
Yeah, I don't know. I do love design and architecture, and I liked it kind of before I knew that I liked it. Like even when I was little, if I saw kind of a weird or abnormal looking house or a building, I kind of was drawn to it and met my wife, and actually she has similar interests, and so she kind of said, well, this thing you're talking about is actually this. And so then I just have gone crazy down the rabbit hole or whatever. So yeah, not an architect, but love looking at buildings and learning about them and the people that design them and all that.
And you actually just got back from vacation. And where all did you go? You went to Atlanta?
Atlanta and Charleston and Savannah. So we looked at a lot of, in Savannah we toured all these, 300-year-old homes from when Savannah was, an English settlement, a colony. And, in Atlanta we toured the Falcons football stadium. So, which is like 5 years old. So it's like we kind of saw
one
the
extreme.
very old and the very new, and
Yeah.
it's very interesting to me for sure.
So I feel like a lot of times, I feel like Brett and I would be laying on the beach at Florida and like on our vacation, and Jason and even Barbie too would be like, let's go, let's do this, let's do.
Look at houses.
Yeah.
Yes.
I am not good at relaxing on vacations. For sure. Not at all.
So give us an example, and I'm really putting you on the spot, and I apologize, of a situation that you've had that you've really felt like both of your expertise and the differences have really helped in like a closing or a situation.
Well, I mean, I don't know that I can pin down like one thing, but it happens all the time where, I mean, we work a lot of the same clients. I mean, we're both involved in each other's transactions to a certain degree. But there's a lot of moments where, maybe I'm taking the lead on something and I run into a situation that I haven't navigated before. And that happens all the time.
Yeah.
And so I can always call Brett and, say, hey, this is what I'm thinking on this. What would you do? And then I talk over him while he's trying to explain. and he tells me to relax. And then, we figure it out. And there are other times where, Brett's working on a listing and he's like, hey, what do you think about marketing remarks on this house? Or like, what do you think for the photos? Should we do this? Blah, 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 blah. So, so I don't know, it comes into play in pretty much everything we do, our different perspectives, and it helps balance me out and hopefully I'm doing the same thing for him.
That is
in
the
other
exact word I was
ways.
thinking is balancing each other in knowledge and progressivism and would you say you have a new appreciation for your job now because it keeps you excited again?
My business is completely different than it was,
Right.
almost 2 years ago, year and a half ago, when we joined forces. But I'm probably more excited about it, and I love real estate. I love dealing with the people, and it's just brought a
new
a new light, new angle,
right. Yeah.
definitely. But we definitely complement each other. Jason's very high energy, and sometimes I feel like I have an effect on him.
Calming effect.
Calming effect. Yeah, thank you.
Again, the balance though, like sometimes
It's
he
a great
needs to
balance.
settle and sometimes you need to go, oh yeah, I'm excited about this, you know, so.
Well, and our partnership is, he doesn't have any clients and I don't have any clients. We have clients.
So you're truly a team.
We are a true partnership, so we're not like, well, that's yours and this is mine, whatever. We work together. 100% of our business or our people are our clients, and they're both of ours, which I think makes a big difference.
So not only are they're really getting two agents working in their behalf and really kind of pushing and helping and getting that closing to the table.
Yeah, and I mean, we went on a listing appointment yesterday, and we have 2 teammates on our team as well, and there were 3 of us that went.
Awesome. So who else is on your team?
It just Junior Ellis.
Junior Ellis.
Or JR, RJ Jr.
And he'll answer to all of it, you said.
He'll answer
Whatever.
anything.
And he will answer to anything. And
So
Jenny,
nice.
and Jenny Repslager.
Okay.
And the interesting thing is all 3 have been my clients.
Really?
Yeah.
So I think then that kind of reads into you're a good agent. If people want to actually
They
come
want
work
to
with
learn
you.
from you.
They
really,
want to, yes.
Is
Yeah,
like
I don't
you
know
must have
about
done
that.
something right for when a person says, I'd like to consider real estate as a career. Who do they think of? Somebody who's knowledgeable and has the integrity and all of that, and they want to learn from you, and that says a lot.
I'd like to think that's true, but I think they just thought if he could do it anyway.
That is awesome.
So now, have you always? Forgive me. For some reason, I thought you did a lot more commercial. Are you? You do a lot of commercial.
I do
also.
both.
Okay.
Yeah. It didn't start out that way. I had a good client that said, "I've got some commercial property I want to list. Can you help me?" And I'm like, "Well, I can help you.
Yeah.
I know a transaction. I know the process, but commercial is a little bit of a different animal. If you'll be patient with me, I'll learn it. And, I'll do an awesome job for you, but you have to be patient." And they're like, "Okay." And I listed a property for them, and in 2 weeks sold $1.2 million acreage in Branson, commercial acreage, and so they were quite impressed over that. It was pure luck. The neighbor next door saw the sign. Called me.
No, it was all
It was all your expertise.
It was none of my
for
ability. And
so then that started. Sort of a
and so
snowball.
they had a few others I listed, and then your sign's up, and somebody sees it, and it just kind of evolved from there. And I like commercial a lot. It's not as personal of a transaction.
Yeah, it's different.
My true love is probably residential,
Okay.
but we go 100% on both.
Yeah.
To do the best job for everybody.
It's-
And I'd like to say we're probably different commercial agents than most. We are probably more personal, more hands-on, more grassroots. And we like it that way.
Yeah, for
Love
sure.
that. And it's really kind of nice and fun for me as an escrow officer to be driving and seeing the signs in the yards and stuff, and I see your guys' signs. I'm like, oh, I know that. I know that. And I'm saying it to my husband in the car, and he's like, okay.
Yeah.
He's like,
Great.
he said that like down the street at some other sign.
Yeah.
I'm like, but it excites me, and I see that you guys are really building a great business, and very excited for your guys' future.
Trying.
Thank you.
Yeah, we're trying.
Yeah.
Well, let's end with a funny story. Like, have you had anything crazy or funny or super interesting that you could end our time together?
Funny.
You've got to have something crazy that happened.
Listen, all I could think about is the time that I had a closing with Jason, and he had left town, and we had the whole situation. There was like a whole situation that there was like some communication errors, and Brett really came in because I
Saved the day.
trying not to call Jason. I don't want to call him while he's on vacation, and you really kind of came in and saved the day and was like, "It's fine. We'll get this figured out." Even I got myself a little worked up, like, "Oh my gosh. What are we going to do?" And you came in and calmed me right down, and you're like, "He's right. We'll get this figured out. It's fine."
I even got a hug from his client.
Oh, yeah, very nice.
Yes, you did. So it was like, so
remember
that
that,
kind of
yeah.
really showed me about how well you guys work together.
Yeah.
You got to see the balance.
Yes.
And I'm just in here every 15 minutes asking for an update.
Yes, that's true.
Or
Yes.
a donut,
Yeah.
Or a fruit loaf
a
for
fruit by the
Fruit
foot,
roll up, donuts,
whatever the snacks
cookies.
are. We get to see Jason about 3 times a day. for some kind of snack or drink on Fridays, at least 3 times. He's checking to see what kind of donuts are left.
Checking in on the donuts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
we're gonna. Do you like donuts? I haven't seen you here on a Friday.
I try to stay away.
Yeah.
He's keeping his girlish figure.
Yeah, not very well.
Whatever. Well, thank you guys. I appreciate you guys coming. I know you guys have such a busy schedule, and thank you for taking time out.
It means a lot for you to stop and
Yes.
and come spend time with us.
Thanks for inviting us.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
fun. We love it.
Thank you.
It's good.
Thank you. Okay, see you next time. Bye.